Hello and welcome back to Quepland, the text-based adventure game with a good emotion or a good potion or portion of idling in this game. What you probably have noticed already, update 1013B is already arrived. I'm gonna go over that in just a second. But also, as you can probably see over here, at June 26th, which is going to be tomorrow somewhere. So, depending on the time zone, this dude is going to sit in this case, the Eastern Standard Time, there is going to be a server change. And what does it mean in total is you better go and save your game. But do not save the game over here. I recommend that at first for the moment. It is better to go to settings and generate a save file. Whatever comes out is some huge number block of 1,000 of different numbers in this case. You copy all of them by just go inside of that and hit Control A, then hit Control C for copy or right click and then of course copy it and put this into a text file. Then, whenever you have this text file, of course, make sure that you save it to be whatever, Quepland, wherever you are at the moment, and then make sure you save it somewhere on your desktop or wherever you please and like. What you're gonna do with that is avoid probably some problems over there because the server change, as you once again when you go over here, might might be some troublesome over there. Let's pretty quick go to the updates. So what's going to happen? Also, as you can see, the server change over here is noticed. Is it's going to happen over there? So it means if you want to keep yourself safe, of course, you're gonna be better to, once again, save it in the text file and you should be good to go. Once again, you can try to save it directly, in your browser, like it is basically saved like a cookie or something. I'm not quite sure about the technique behind that. However, this is probably not available after the server change. So once again, keep that in mind. Save that as a text file, as I explained before, and you're good to go. So, what else has been changed? So, the bank now remembers your sorting style. So, whenever you are going from one gaming session to another, so all of that is going to be over there. Also, you can see hunting now yields fewer resources for higher levels, and so on and so forth. But also, with hunting comes some new changes in a second. You can also now see the total level in the skills menu. I haven't checked this out. I haven't even seen any total level whatever. I don't know what he's going to mean by that. Probably, well, I have no idea. At the moment, these are going to be the highest arrows in wood, but, well, I have no idea. So they say that, or he says that you can see now the total level and skills menu. Once again, I don't see this. Oh, I can see this over here. Okay, so all of that is calculated together. Oh, that makes sense, of course. So this is going to be the total level in skills menu. I have no idea what this is going to be for, but maybe there's a purpose for this sooner or later. I have no idea. Once again, items in your inventory can now be locked, as you probably have seen already in your inventory. This little lock symbols, you can open and close them just by clicking them. And according to if they're locked or not, you can do whatever you want to do, or even not. So, for example, it saves that or prevents from using, equipping, eating, selling, and depositing, as well as probably also decorti. What is it? The name decorticate the hems, for example, to make bowstrings out of them. So all of that is going to be locked by this little symbol right now. So just click it for whatever you want to protect, for your coins, for your copper axe if you have one, as well as probably one of your nets. And so if you have a small, medium, large net, or even a magic one, and you want to avoid accidentally, selling them, for example, which happened to quite some people already, then you might want to make use of the lock symbol. I have no idea why the rice icon hasn't been loaded, so probably there's a problem somewhere. I have no idea about. So the next one is the game UI should be a little bit less jumpy. I have no idea what they mean. It was most of the time just a left bar, which was like popping or hopping a bit left and right. Why ever? Nobody knows. But on the other hand, this window just became so rather big in case of the skills and inventory system. So maybe I'm gonna need to toggle them anyhow around. As you can see, there's still some some white space, which is at the moment just unused, so may or may not be useful later on. Probably we can change the size of these anyhow. I have no idea. So next one is leather working, appearing as a skill. As you probably have seen, the very bottom over here, leather working is inside. You can, or actually it is planned to put in a leather gloves from a rabbit. So whenever you're doing hunting with your bow, of course, and you're gonna get some rabbit, you can put it into several pieces, like getting the fur, or in this case the leather. Then you can get the meat and all the other stuff. And this is probably one way later on to make some gloves, hat, boots, pants, and so on and so on, and probably also the fisherman suits, which are going to be sooner or later available, not quite sure when, which is also seen in fishing directly over here, like the fishing gloves, hat, pants, and shirts. Probably these are going to become available for one or the other thing as well. So next one is content update is about half done. So that means 3 more areas to complete. In total, there's more and more content coming sooner or later. That is what they do, or what they mean, or what he means. So a new NPC in the White Hole explains the area a bit better. I have no idea if he means the alchemy. So probably we're gonna take a look at the White Hole in just a second. And the last one is, of course, some bug fixes about items which were no longer work properly. So let's head to the wind one. I believe it was somewhere here on the mountain, on the upper or lower. I have no idea where it was, actually. So somewhere was the wind hole, and maybe onto one of these. I have no idea where it was. Somewhere it was the wind hole. There we go, at the peak of the mountain. And whenever we go into and talk to this ancient alchemist, it says, "Welcome to Wind Hole. Inside you find one of the great elemental portals, which allows alchemists to perform alchemy. All that is required in the metal and ore of the base elements. Finding the right recipe can be time consuming but very rewarding. And whenever you once again go into the courtyard, you can go and, do all your alchemy stuff. Is it better right now to find the correct alchemy for stuff like that? Well, I have no idea. Literally, you just put in copper bars and stuff like that, and also some of these elements. Maybe I'm gonna have some of these. Nope, I haven't gotten anyone or any of these. So what you can do is you can put in something like oxygen or whatever it's called, and 3 different other ones, and throw copper or throw them together with copper, and sooner or later, and also with all the other materials. And you have to do this on 4 different temples halls, wind halls, water, fire, and earth, I believe was. So in each of these halls, you're gonna have different reactions. Also, you're gonna get a good amount of alchemy dust, which is probably nothing you need to have later on. However, alchemy is kinda worthless, except probably you're going to be rather high, but you're low in, let's say, smithing level. Meaning, whenever you're going to smith and you try to maybe do something like an aluminium bar, and you have a steel bar lying around anywhere, but you lack in level in this case, you can go with alchemy and try to get an aluminium bar out of a steel bar by just combining the steel bar with one of these elements in one of these temples, and you probably get an aluminium bar, or even gold, or even platinum. So just keep that in mind. All of that are the new changes for this particular update. So update once again 1.013b. So yeah, and meanwhile, I was doing all of that. I was trying to get a better net, like a better one than my medium net I have. I got another medium net, meanwhile, trying that as well as the small net. But as you can see, efficiency of the small net is lower than the medium one, of course it is. And so I need to keep on continue farming until I get a better net. It is not crucial, but a large net would be awesome. Since there have been released somewhere, I have no idea where, there were some people saying that a magic net, for example, has a drop rate of 1 out of 1,000. So you need to kill thousands, or actually the chance to get one magic net from one specific monster, or probably 3, is 1 out of 1,000. Same for the large net, is probably something like something around 1 out of 500 or something like that. And even that does not drop everywhere, as you probably noticed already in my fishing fishing video. I explained this as well. So once again, if you are not so far in the game, I would say you can go to the Quepple Cave River, as we already talked about, as well as and then battle over here with whatever you like. And sooner or later, you're gonna drop some nets. There will be, once again, a medium net, small net, large net, and the magic net is going to drop here, except they have changed that somehow. And if you want to go further, you need to pass the wasteland with the camel from the Camel Palooza shop over here to enter one of the next towns, which is called. I forgot the name, the Zoo Town or something like that, in which you're gonna find the Great Shore Lake, I believe it was, or something similar. And in there, you're gonna be able to fight also one of these monsters. Like you can also fight copper and fishman and manfish, and in there you're also able to find a medium, a large, as well as the magic net pro, and also the small net from the fishman. I believe the manfish drops all four of them, but yeah, you get the idea, I guess. So just make your way through Route 7 over here through the Camelpalooza. Go buy a camel for 45,000. Shouldn't take too long with good fishing skills, as I explained already in the money video. And then you're good to go. And that's probably everything I can tell you for today. So just make your way to get at least 45,000 and grab a camel to go further. And then you can sooner or later arrive into the Great Lake Shore or Shore Lake, Great Shore Lake, whatever. You're gonna find this place sooner or later, no worries about that. Once again, money making is the easiest still going to be inside, you know, the fishing part over there. So whenever you work on anything or whenever you are starting fresh, make sure you're gonna invest your time and so on and so forth inside fishing itself. Once again, try to get a better net, better than medium at least. Large is absolutely fine. You don't even need a magic one. Of course, it helps quite a lot to have the magic one because stuff just goes faster. And with a large net, you even still need quite some time to enter the tuna area. However, before you get the camel, you might want to keep off your 25,000, I believe it was, to get a boat. Let's do this because we haven't done this before. So we are able sooner or later to catch the tuna. So once again, this is what you need to decide on your own anyways. So currently, I have no idea what is my fishing level. It's 63, I mean. So I can go to the rocky shores, and in here there are the docks, and over here is a sail to the ocean platform, which requires me to buy a boat in the docks, and which is going to be here in the West Uragota docks. There's a Mounts boat area, and in here you can buy a small boat for 25,000, so you can reach the actual tuna place. And also, whenever you do this, you're gonna reach the squid place, I believe. I believe you can get squid over there as well. Probably the EXP on squid is not as good as for the salmon. Same for, the difference between paying or selling all of these. So if you don't like to go there yet, or you don't have the level, of course, go with salmon. I believe it was the best way or the best solution for the moment. I currently cannot remember where the salmon have been or where they are actually around. Probably somewhere here. I have no idea. There we go, the Dark River Bridge. So just throw in your net in this bridge. Basically, get one of your medium ones, your medium nets. Of course, make sure that you equip it, and of course, go fishing until your fish net or net is full. So gonna equip it, lock it just in case, and go to the Dark River Bridge. But it seems when it is locked, I'm unable to use it. Well, that's funny. Why is that not working right now? Beforehand it was working, so now I'm unable to select it. Why is that the case? Because my inventory is full. Okay, that does make sense. So whenever your inventory is full, of course you cannot select the button. So I go to the town pretty quick, to the rocky shore or something, and I'm gonna sell basically everything I don't need. Copper, tin ore, sorry. You can also store all of this stuff inside your bank, up to you. Maybe I'm gonna eat the mentor roll over here to level a bit of my what is it called, of my HP, of course, and then I'm good to go. So I'm gonna keep the rest over here, so I have 105 free spaces, and of course I can go on and do my fishing with my medium net. Shouldn't take too long to fill the inventory, but still I only have a gather efficiency of 35% instead of 40, which was available before, and in that case it's going to take, let's say, a bit longer. But once again, if you want to invest your time into gathering a net or trying to get a net, at least a large one, you probably need to invest an hour or two in case of farming, get a better net, and you sooner or later will get one. I believe so. Because I have another account basically, or another save file, I would say, where I already got a magic one, which took probably 7 to 10 hours. I have no idea, even more probably, just because the drop rates are extremely low. So yeah, and that's basically everything I can tell you over here. The rest is just on your own. Just click through, see what's going to be the best, what you can actually do or get your EXP from. As you can see, a salmon is going to give us quite good EXP, as well as is performing quite good in the store as well. You get some thousands of coins over here for your coin pocket. Once again, decide on your own if you want to go through the wasteland first by getting the camel, or you might want to go and try level up fishing first, and or even go and get a large or even magic net over there. So, and that's everything I can tell you for the moment about all the updates, and of course how you're gonna go deeper inside the game, and you just let it run. As you can see, there are no multiple actions anymore, sadly. So on the other hand, it was cooler, or was nice, to have the fighter running. Meanwhile, you can do anything else, like cleaning your inventory, setting up things, pushing stuff back and forth, organize stuff, and so on and so forth. So that is sadly not possible, but there is one way. And I'm gonna tell you how you can clean up your inventory meanwhile you're fishing or even fighting. I'm not quite sure if it works meanwhile you're fishing, but it works meanwhile fighting. Check this out. If you are in this window selected with the left mouse button once, right click on it and see, or press on back. What's going to happen is, meanwhile this menu is not active, you're still able to go to a shop over here. I'm not quite sure if he's keep on fishing. Let's check this out on these numbers. Yes, he's keeping fishing. As you can see at the moment, you catch still salmon. What I can do now is I can go down over here and sell all my salmon. So my inventory is now clear again. It's 102. It's now 101. So that means I still get fish. Meanwhile, I'm at the shop. So I can basically be the whole time in the shop. Why am I in the shop is because I was in the shop before I entered the fishing area. So what you're gonna do later on, whenever you don't like to fish anymore or whatever, you need to go forward again, the second one, or you press Alt and right arrow, but you probably want to avoid using the keyboard because this can sometimes mess everything up. Because at this point, you are unable to finish or end your session of whatever you have done the whole time. You need to go back, like here, wherever you are fishing. Well, you are still fishing. I mean, you don't see this, but I'm currently still fishing, as you can see here on the bottom. And over here, this is the only way to stop the fishing which you currently do. So you press on Fish on Salmon, and then you can stop, and you get the menu back, and you get the possibility back to go to Settings, create your save file, or even go to the Quepland menu and save by hand. Keep that in mind. This at the moment is the only thing what we can do over here. I'm gonna fish once again. I go back. I can sell now all my fish, free some space, and keep that or let this stuff run. So you can see I can literally pay or actually sell 1,000 fishes an hour. Just keep that auto fishing. And now assume you're going to have a medium or even a large or even a magic net. Fishing becomes way more powerful. And once again, this is also working with the auto battle. So you can make use of this. Just make sure that you enter a shop before you go to the fighting area. So you can go back once, sell all your stuff, whatever you have actually what you grabbed. Meanwhile, you auto fight or meanwhile you fish or whatever you're doing at the moment automatically. And yeah, keep your inventory clean. So meanwhile, you're gonna do all of that. Of course, you're gonna still have the possibility to check out your skills, see what's going to be your current level. You level up as well as you're gonna keep your inventory clean. So you just select salmon, all, and now you can keep on going. Once again, if you scroll down in the left window over here, you can still see that this is going to update. I'm still fishing, meanwhile talking, meanwhile I'm able to sell all this stuff. This is quite some handy bug, I would say, but probably sooner or later this is going to be, destroyed, or actually maybe the right click is going to become forbidden. Once again, this is only working in this window. Probably they're gonna change it later on. I don't know. It depends on how much are going to discover this little bug here. But this is what you can at the moment do. So do not click on leave. Make sure that you go forward if you want to go back to the fish salmon screen to stop the fishing, and then go on. Once again, you can do this back and forth to wolf day to increase your, let's say, hourly income. And I can do this like once again the whole time. I can even say I want to do this selling every now and then. I can always click on all or whatever the amount is I want to sell, and I'm stacking up in money. Once again, it's super important that whenever you're done with that, that you absolutely go and stop that so you can save this process, especially if the autosave, currently mine is working, but if the autosave does not work as it should and probably forgets to save or whatever is going to happen, or your browser crashes, that you have a save point at a specific point as well. So now, meanwhile, we were talking about that, I was able to get another good 10k, I would say, in case of fishes, just because starting fishes, talking to you guys, and also sell it automatically. Well, basically automatically, just by staying here, hitting the all button, and I'm gonna sell all of my fishes I grab. Meanwhile, once again, you can even go here and buy some fish if you like to, create some rice rolls. You can. Sadly, you cannot do this. You cannot create these culinary arts meanwhile you do so, but still you are able to clean up your inventory. And I believe that is a huge thing a lot of people may or may have not discovered yet. So yeah, keep that probably as a secret for you. I have no idea if you want to, but yeah, that's what you can abuse over here. So once again, do not make use of the leave button. This is ruining everything. Go forward with the right click, fish salmon, stop it, and then you can once again go here, save the game, or even generate a save file, create a text file on it, just in case, because once again, the server change is coming sooner or later. So, and that's everything I wanted to discover in this little updates stream over here. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And even if you have watched this one later on, feel free to thumb it up if you like it, as well as comment if you have to, as well as, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and see you later. Bye bye.